with all this information available, why are doctors then prescribing antibiotics for people who have viruses?
Well, there are many reasons. It's a very good question. It's multifactorial, really. There are, of course, the patient expectations, first off. And we know from our country there have been studies, a study in KwaZulu-Natal, showed there's a very high percentage of people coming to the doctor who expect to get an antibiotic. Then, so the doctors feel pressurized.
Right.
Also the education and the continuing professional development of doctors in terms of antibiotic resistance, the use of antibiotics has not been as good as it could be, and we need to ramp that up. So there's that issue as well. And then not so much in South Africa, but globally, one of the issues is perverse incentives. So in some countries, particularly in Asia, doctors may be paid in part on the basis of prescribing an antibiotic. So of course it's in their interests. So there are also other factors, but it's multifactorial, it's not quite so simple. And then there's the public awareness, really, the issue of not understanding that there is a consequence to using antibiotics, and the consequence is resistance. Now in South Africa and internationally, we now have bacteria which are untreatable. And this comes back to a question.
What do you do when that happens?
Well, unfortunately, what happens is that if we come to a scenario where the common infections can no longer be treated with antibiotics, there's actually nothing you can do but support. And we're in fact almost going back into the pre-antibiotic era, and that's why people are now talking about the post-antibiotic era, and that's what we're sliding into. Unless we do something now, and this is why War's declaration comes at a very opportune time, an important time. It's one of a number of really important international drives to really attack this problem and change the way we do things. And it comes at the same time as the World Health Assembly in May adopted the World Health Organization resolution, which was a global call to action for member states to actually make national antimicrobial resistance strategy plans. And internationally, and in South Africa in particular, remember, we don't actually just talk about antibiotic resistance to bacterial infections. We have major issues, of course, with HIV, with tuberculosis, 3 of our provinces are malarial areas, and resistance comes into all of those as well. So we need a national strategy, a unified national strategy, a funded national strategy, which is one of War's suggestions, to go forward now.